If you are a Christian, thank you for watching this video. In the next few minutes, you will come to understand how your support for Christianity is making child abuse possible. Christians, like any group of people, spread out across a spectrum. At one end of the spectrum are fundamentalist Christians and evangelical Christians. In the middle, there are practicing Christians, and at the other end, there are casual Christians. The problem is the fundamentalist Christians and the evangelical Christians. Their faith borders on insanity, and the insanity manifests itself in myriad ways, as we will see in a moment. The further problem is that the casual Christians give Christianity an overwhelming mass in our society, and therefore provide harborage for the insanity of fundamentalists and evangelicals. If you are a casual Christian, you are making this insanity possible by your support of Christianity. One aspect of fundamentalist insanity is vividly illustrated in this quote from a book by James Dobson called Dare to Discipline. If you are a casual Christian, you may have never heard of James Dobson. He is a powerful fundamentalist leader with a powerful organization and millions of followers. Here is what James Dobson has to say about beating children. The spanking should be of sufficient magnitude to cause the child to cry genuinely. After the emotional ventilation, the child will often want to crumple to the breast of his parent, and he should be welcomed with open, warm, loving arms. Striking a child or beating a child is insanity. How do we know this? Simply by replacing the word child with a variety of other words, we can clearly understand the insanity of what James Dobson is saying. The beating should be of sufficient magnitude to cause the woman to cry genuinely. That's insane, isn't it? The beating should be of sufficient magnitude to cause your spouse to cry genuinely. You would be arrested for striking your spouse, and rightly so. The beating should be of sufficient magnitude to cause your dog to cry genuinely. Also insane. The beating should be of sufficient magnitude to cause the puppy to cry genuinely. It doesn't get any better when you beat a puppy, does it? No, it gets even more insane. Yet James Dobson advocates beating your own child. Beating a person, any person, is wrong. Any normal, intelligent person knows that. Beating a defenseless child is insanity. In most sane places, body blows like this would be seen and charged as assault. But fundamentalist Christians and evangelical Christians see the beating of their children as something good that is commanded by their God. And unfortunately, Christians are a majority in America, so their religious child abuse goes unchallenged. Are you a casual Christian? Those of us who are sane and rational beg you, please abandon the insanity of Christianity. If you will take any time at all to think about your Christian faith, you will be able to see that God is imaginary. The people who follow this imaginary God are, in many cases, quite violent, as demonstrated above. They also tend to be racist, homophobic, and anti-science. They are amazingly superstitious in many cases, to the point where it's becoming an embarrassment for our nation. Please take the time to read things like WhyWon'tGodHealAmputees.com. Give up the delusion of religion and become a rational, thinking adult. When you and millions of casual Christians like you abandon Christianity, Christians will become a minority. The insanity of fundamentalist Christians and evangelical Christians will lose the safe harbor that you give it. Our society will be a better place, and millions of abused children will thank you. If you would like to learn more, please visit WhyWon'tGodHealAmputees.com and GodIsImaginary.com. Please also watch the videos below. Thank you for your time today.